are live. Oh my God, I didn't realize it was doing me like that. We are live. We are live here with Crystal Gresham Giles coming straight from the chair with our live consultations tonight. Good evening, everybody. How are you all doing tonight? Oh, y'all. Y'all would not believe, like, I usually don't work on Wednesdays, but I have a couple of clients that I do that I've been doing for years, and they get extensions. So today, I have been working my butt off today, and your girl is exhausted. Tonight, I want to discuss some of the questions that have been asked on YouTube. So if you are joining me tonight and you have any questions, please put your question in the chat. But what I did want to do is answer a few of the questions from YouTube that I received. I'm on the wrong phone, sorry y'all. But I wanted to make sure that I covered those. One was, I talked about we were going to do, can I bleach and perm my hair? How long should I wait? And I told this person, like, this was a loaded question, a very loaded question. Why? Because can it be done? Yes. Is it the best thing that needs to be done? Not all the time. So let's break it down. I'm going to jump right into it with the consultation on using bleach and relaxed hair. That's what she asked. She asked, can I perm it? Well, that's what we call it. But relax or perm, same difference. Both of these chemicals have a pH of 13, which is extremely high, y'all. Extremely high. So I always explain it to my clients. Okay, say this is your hair strand. This right here is your hair strand. When you put color on it, just regular color, you take about a little bit off. So that strand is a little finer. You ever notice that when you start getting color, now lighter colors, now I'm not talking about darker colors. I'm not talking about gray coverage. I'm talking about when you go from dark to light. You tend to feel a difference in the hair. The hair tends to be a little bit finer than it was. It's not as thick. It's still thick, but not as thick. And you're trying to figure out, okay, what's going on? That's all that's happening. You got two chemicals mixing. No, I'm sorry. That's just the chemical that's mixing on your hair. Now, when you add a relaxer to that color, you're going to take another chunk of hair out of that hair follicle. We're simply talking about hair color and relaxers right now. You got just color, and then you come in with the relaxer. This is your hair follicle. This is your hair strand, one hair strand. If I put a color on here, it's going to take a little bit off. If I put a relaxer on top of that color, it's going to take a little bit more off. If I go in and now this person wants highlights on top of relaxed, already colored hair, then it's like, okay, now we got half of the strand already gone. Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? So we are discussing tonight. I'm going to reset it so that you all can understand, those who are just coming in and joining right now. We are talking about relaxed hair with color and bleach. We had a question that said, hey, how can I relax and perm my hair, and how long should I wait? So I'm giving a demonstration of your finger being a hair strand. If you put relaxer on your hair gets just a little bit finer because it is a chemical and it has a pH balance of like 13. Very high. If you put bleach on top of relaxed hair, which has a pH balance of 13 also, you're going to blow it out. So what I mean by blowing out, so this is your hair strand. Once again, I'm just using demonstrations. I like to talk to my clients and use a demonstration. This is a hair strand. Bleach and relaxer takes half of that hair strand, at least half of that hair strand away. So when you're talking about, oh, my hair isn't thick anymore because you have a relaxer and bleach, then this is what's happening. Relaxer and color can do about the same thing, but not as bad. But two chemicals, highly pH chemicals at 13 are really, really like gonna blow that the strand up. It's gonna blow the cuticle straight up. Can you do it? Yes. Yes, you can. Can it be done? Are there bond builders? Yes. Yes, it is. It's a lot of products out here that will help strengthen your hair. But your hair will not be the same if you don't have no chemicals, one chemical. But if you have a relaxer and bleach, yeah. I mean, you have to have some very, very strong hair to be able to withstand that. And you all, my hair is extremely thick and I've been blonde. I was trying to see if I could find a picture of me being blonde. No. But even with my thick hair, I was like, yeah, this is not gonna work. I didn't like the way my hair felt, and I wasn't comfortable with it being a hairstylist. And if I didn't like the way my hair felt, how am I going to convince people that this is what they can do? Now, have I done it? Do I have clients that have it? Yes. They are weekly. They know the conditioners that we have to use. They know the whole shebang. But a lot of my clients will tell you, she going to tell you to choose one or the other. Especially after you get to a certain age. Especially after you get to a certain age. Because our hair just does something as we get older. I know a lot of you can attest to that. Our hair just does something. It doesn't grow back as fast, or we always say, I get it all the time, my hair was much thicker when I was younger. That's huge. So why would I, as the professional stylist, knowing that your hair was thicker when it was younger, make it worse going as you get older? What we're going to do is try to save as much. So that's why I'm known as the healthy hair care specialist, because I'm going to tell you no. So someone asked the question, what rules do you have? Because on one of the videos, I was like, if you can't follow the rules, then I'm not the stylist for you. And I'm not, and I'm okay. But what rules? Every rule is different for each client, because each client has different needs. So some clients, they cannot get color. Regardless, they can go somewhere else to get it. They just can't get it from me. I know it can be done, but if I'm analyzing your hair, then I need to be, if the doctor tells you, here we go, y'all. Here we go. Y'all know I'm a PhD. I don't have a PhD. I am a PhD. And what's a PhD? Professional hair care designer. That's it. So y'all know. So if you go to the doctor and they tell you what you should and should not do with your medicine, and okay, we got to take this away, I'm the same way. I'm not going to allow something to happen that I already know that's going to happen to your hair. Like, that's just not me. Could I make money off of you? You right. You daggone right. I could make a lot of money off of you. It doesn't make me feel good, though. It doesn't make me feel good. It makes me feel good when I can do close to what you want, or we can compromise on something, and you come back and for the next 2 years, you still got a head full of hair. That's what makes me feel good. Let me look in the chat to see if we have any questions. Do y'all have any questions about the let's see. Do y'all have any questions about relaxer with bleach? Any questions? So I'm just going in the chat seeing. Yes. Whew. Let's see. So the next one was color, just regular color with a relaxer. It can definitely happen. I have quite a few clients that have relaxers, and we do color. Now, One of the biggest things that I use with relaxer is a cellophane, as opposed to using any color with ammonia. A cellophane semi-permanent color is what we call direct dye. When you pour it out of the tube or you pour it out of the bottle or whatever, that's the color. I'm not talking about where you have to mix anything. I'm going to put mine always in a separate bowl because that's just what I do as a professional. But I'm not mixing it, not with a cellophane. Cellophane and semi-permanent colors are the same thing. When you pour it out of the tube, it's this color that you get. Those vibrant colors that you all see, those are semi-permanent colors. They can go well with relaxers. Not lightening, just relaxers. So, excuse me, most of the time, um, my relaxed clients are trying to cover gray coverage when we're doing the cellophane. They are wanting to cover most of their gray. The good part about the cellophanes is that they give those grays like a highlight. So you have your dark color being darkened and adding shine, and then the grays are like this extra highlight to it. So whatever the undertone of the color that I'm using, so say for instance, I'm using a medium reddish brown or a dark golden brown, the gray will pick up that base color, which is the reddish or the golden, and it'll look like highlights. And I will tell you, when I do it the day of the relaxer, it takes and it stays. I haven't had a client where it comes out at all. I haven't had a client at all that the cellophane comes out. Does it grow out? Yes. So let me explain how semi-permanent colors work. I like to break it down because I'm a layman's term type of girl. I don't try to talk over your head. I just try to talk straight with no chaser. This white piece of paper, right? Do y'all remember the crayons that we used to have, the crayon pencils, but you could erase with them? Right. If I color on this piece of paper, which is white, which is your gray hair, right? We discussed that before. Gray hairs are white. They are not gray. They are actually white. If I put any color on here and even try to erase it, you're going to still see some of that color, right? That's exactly what semi-permanent colors do. They stain. So they may not coat forever, but they do stain the hair. Now, when people say, oh, it didn't take my gray was back in 2 or 3 weeks. Well, as long as you breathe in, the gray is going to come back in 2 or 3 weeks. That's a blessing. Thank you, Lord, that my hair is still growing. That's what that means. Now, I'm not talking about all colors. I'm talking about the colors that I use, the semi-permanent colors that I use, cellophane, and all my direct dyes. I'm talking about those. Now, what's in the beauty supply store? Don't fault me because I don't use the beauty supply store stuff. I'm talking about the cellophanes that I use. I have not yet had a client to come back to where the color came off. It just doesn't. So that's with relaxer and color. Can you do relaxer and lighten color? Yes, you can, but not with, you can do it with bleach, but we're going to stick on, can you just use a regular demi-permanent with lighter color? Yes, you can definitely do that. It goes back to what I was saying at the beginning. You have to be careful with those two chemicals because now you're mixing a relaxer chemical with ammonia, right? And peroxide, because you got to mix it to make it lighter. So you got to mix it with peroxide, which the color already has ammonia in it. Can it be done? Yes. Is it always safe to do? Not by me. But we'll figure it out. We'll give you a choice. We'll decide. Every person that sits in my chair has a different consultation. We just have to decide what it is that you want to do and how far. If your goal is, I don't care what my hair looks like at the end of the day, then I'm probably not even your stylist because I care. And because I care, then you're not my client. If you don't care, then you're not my client. I care a little bit. Okay, let's go to the chat and see what some people have said. Hi, first time here. Y'all know I can't hardly see. Hold on one second. Let me put these good glasses on so I can read these little bitty words. I thank y'all so much for joining me tonight. Every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, I'm doing live consultations. So, y'all like my glasses? Get your questions together. This is when we have the live consultation with Crystal. Um, hey, first time here, had chemo in the past, trying to regrow my hair, dealing with alopecia on front edges, looking for help. So there's a product that I use that's called Chosen Charcoal Shampoo. It has activated charcoal in it, right? And when I think about some of the clients that I've used it on, which most of my clients are women, who I say that to say I've dealt with women who's gone through chemo and a lot of other things, or just had surgery and the anesthesia needed to be removed. I often use this particular shampoo on a consistent basis for them. And what it does, it sits like a magnet. So it has activated charcoal in it. And it sits like a magnet and removes all the impurities. So with that, one particular client, it removed some of her hair also out of the follicle because it was trying to cleanse that follicle out. And this is all over time, and that we recognized what was happening because her hair grew back and it was nice, but it was literally cleaning out that follicle, and it's bringing everything that doesn't belong in there out. So it wakes up any dead follicles, any dormant follicles. Dead follicles, I'm not sure. Dormant, yes, it would definitely revive. So if you looking for something now, that's the only thing I've used. I haven't used any other product where they say they'll bring your edges back or anything. That has not been my case. Most of the time, people forget about male pattern baldness. And you mind saying how old you are, if you don't mind? If you over, let me ask you this: are you over 45? So if you're over 45, most of the time people, okay, exactly. So most of the time people don't talk about male pattern baldness in women like we do in men. And so I always go straight to George Jefferson. And because he's like the most known person for it. So you have hair that's real thick around here, around your backs and side. And it's just nice and pretty, especially this thick part in the back. And up here becomes thin and right here becomes thin. That comes with age. It comes with your DNA. It's, nobody can tell you where it comes from. Some people say it comes from the dad side of the family. Some people say it comes from the right side. Exactly. That's exactly. I know that's how your hairline is because that's usually what happens, and people just don't tell women male pattern baldness is just a name. It's across the board for all sex. Like it doesn't matter if it's a male or female. And like I said, it can come from either side because I've seen it come from either side. So that's probably what you're dealing with right there. So like I said, my highly suggestion is getting the charcoal or understanding that that's where we are at this age. Now, what I will say is one of the things I will do with my clients when I'm styling their hair, if this is fuller back up in here, and so say for instance, this is their fuller and it's thin, like right in here. I'll take the bang. I'll already pull mine from back here. I'll take the bang from back here and pull it forward so that we can do a cover up. As my grandma used to say, a comb over. But I didn't realize how much comb overs were going to be great as we got older. All she kept telling me was, keep living. And I'm telling you, I'm living it. And boy, she was so right. But yes, she used to tell me, now take my hair and comb it over now. And believe me, that's what I started being grateful for, is the clients that had hair that was able to comb over. Now, if you're dealing with something other than that, we could do a great consultation. I could do a one-on-one with you. And yeah, just reach out. Go to GreshamGilesSalon.com and we can definitely do a full consultation one-on-one. But I thank you so much for your question. Who is that? Miss Flavored Love. Yes, ma'am. So do we have any other questions? Let me see. You're more than welcome, beautiful. Let me put these. Why am I struggling trying to read this without these glasses, honey? And I like my glasses. After COVID, any suggestions on the road to recovery? Sheeta One. Pronounce that for me and tell me what. Listen to me telling you to pronounce it like I can hear you. Boy, have mercy. Let's see. What actually is that? What is happening to your hair? Telegun. I know, girl. Do not laugh at me. I'm just sitting up here. I'm thinking somebody's going to come on live with me. But tell me about that. Tell me exactly what's happening to your hair. Excessive hair shedding. Okay. Let's bring it back to what I just said. Once again, the charcoal. It's going to help remove that impurity. If it's something still sitting in your head, your scalp, or your follicles, that's a resemblance of, is left over from COVID, then you definitely want to figure out something where you can bring that hair back. You can see if we can clean that follicle out. And that's the charcoal. Do I have some right here? Yep, I have some right here, ladies. Give me 1 second. Right here. This is the product. And so it has activated charcoal in it. And it definitely helps. Now, whether it's going to help bring it back or not, I don't know. And with you, I'm going to ask you the same thing. Are you over 45? Do you have thinning around just the hairline, or is it all throughout? I'll put my glasses back on so I can read when you're talking to me. I'm going to look up how you pronounce that. Okay. Girl, you're 49 when you're turning 50, because you know this is the year 1975. I'm turning 50 this year, so I'm 49 too. 45 and something before, but okay, yours is coming throughout. Yeah, I would love to see yours. I would like to do a good consultation just to see exactly what you're experiencing. And when I say that, I want to see like a before picture and after, so that I can see the difference, because I won't know to tell you, oh yes, girl, it's thin, if I haven't seen it before.